my office, representative office, to do this, and also the first time for the Taiwanese community to do this. You may ask why. The reason is because we are not used to do public gathering. Most of the time when there's things like a threat at Taiwan, most people would just tolerate. And this time I think it's because some leaders in the Taiwanese community, they approached me several weeks ago, and they expressed their anger at what China is doing toward Taiwan. To be more precise, since the beginning of this year, China has stepped up its pressure on Taiwan. There are many things you probably haven't paid as close attention to what's happening in East Asia or the Taiwan Strait as much as our people do. But let's cut the long story short. If just for last month in May, in the beginning of May, there was a diplomatic allies of Taiwan. This is Dominican Republic, which was forced by China to switch side. Then at the end of May, there is another diplomatic allies of Taiwan switch side. And in between these two events, in the middle of May, because of China's objection, we were not able, Taiwan was not able to participate in the World Health Assembly, as we had been able to for 8 years as an observer. And in addition to May, since the beginning of this year, China has started to demand the private enterprises, airlines in particular, to change the Taiwan's designation. Taiwan used to be listed in the country. Now China demanded the airline companies to list Taiwan as Taiwan, China, or Taiwan region, China. And our Taiwanese community here, they are not happy at all. In one instance, they told me, this Taiwanese national here, he told me that when he bought a ticket to fly back to Taiwan, somewhere he called home, this is Taiwan that he calls home. Now the airline companies listed Taiwan as Taiwan, China. He told me that he is not going to China as his home. He's going to Taiwan. So this looks like a very small case, but it touched people's heart directly, because it touched individual consumers' heart. When they go back to Taiwan, they have a different feeling now. And more than the switch of the diplomatic allies from Taiwan to China, so the Taiwanese community here, they don't really feel so strongly about that. Not as strong as the name change of Taiwan. All in all, Taiwanese community here and Taiwanese people as a whole, we are very peace-loving people. We since childhood, we were taught to be very respectful to elders. We learned to be obedient to the authorities. But only when something intolerable happened, our people wouldn't go on the street. And this parade this morning is important because it's unprecedented. You ask if we are going to do this with other cities synchronized in this. I would be happy to see that, to be honest, but when we planned this, we were planning on our own. I didn't coordinate with the other missions, like in your case, Latvia, to ask them if they want to do that. Because in every country, they must have a different procedure to seek approval for a public gathering and parade like this. As you, if you join us in the parade this morning, you will see that there is a police vehicle escorting our group from the beginning to end. And so we have discussed this with the City Police Bureau, and they are very clear that there will be no unhappy or unexpected incidents during this 3 hours activity. So we just want to make one point that international community should hear Taiwanese concern, and Taiwanese people should also come out to say no to China.